Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in. We typically leave some days in between streams, but because it was Mother's Day on Sunday, this draft was typically gonna happen on our weekly schedule on a Sunday, but
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
very
sir.
pro moms, okay? Very pro moms on this
Oh yeah,
channel.
we love moms.
So I wanted to give moms their respect. And
All the moms. Everyone.
shout out
Everyone
to
out
all the
there.
moms
Every single
worldwide.
mother.
305 Mr. Worldwide. But hopefully you sent your mama something on Mother's Day. If you haven't, right now, I want you to get off the stream right this very second, and you're not allowed to come back today, okay? And then you need to at least send her $50 or flowers or some very kind words or a book or so whatever she's into, okay? But you better treat your moms right, okay? That's all I
Heck yeah,
got to say.
absolutely.
Now, I see some people in the chat saying, why is Zach so late today? Like, what the hell? I can't wait to hear the excuse this time. And this one was not on me. Sammy, I'm just saying. This time, it was not my fault that we were late. That's all I'm going to say.
For the first time ever, I held up the stream for about 5 minutes. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, little technical difficulties. Happens to the best of us. And the worst of us.
Yes. It is a rite of
I think
passage.
that includes me somewhere. So,
Expecting
absolutely
technology to work as it's intended is maybe the first mistake there from any of us. Yes. Absolutely. Fool's errand.
Absolutely.
All right, we've got a real draft on tap for you guys. Appreciate y'all big time being here and hanging out. Shout out to the Foxtrot League. This is definitely going to be the worst team that you guys will see that I have so far. There's been a lot of streams where I'm at the back end of the board and, have really good teams that I'm happy with. I don't have a lot of picks. This is one of my least favorite teams that I currently own. And we kind of had to start to tear it down a little bit. We currently have a core of Jaden Daniels, Bashul Tootin, Judkins, Alave, Thomas, Pitts, Purdy. And we have quite a few, 2 firsts next year. We've got 3 or 4 seconds next year. So trying to kind of start to build this thing a little bit back up. In this year's draft, yes, we have 3 first-round picks, the 104, 109, and 110. We'll see what's going to end up happening here. I am open if John is listening to moving. Actually, not John. Sorry, John. If Aselimo is listening, I'm open to moving up to the 106 from the 109. If Joel is listening, you can send me an offer for the 105 if you want to move back to the 109 or the 110. I'm more than happy to package some seconds in the future or whatever interests you. But appreciate y'all big time jumping in with us. This is a real draft, real league, and we are going to be implementing the land method, okay? The only thing that's going to change on this graphic is the timer is actually going to be 3 minutes in the first 2 rounds and 1.5 in rounds 3 to 4. That just felt like a better sweet spot, especially with all the trade windows. But land method, a lot of you guys will know this method by now. You can pause your screen and check it out. But it is a live draft. We love the atmosphere of a live draft and kind of coming together and dedicating time to be in an event together, if you will. A stands for action, which is where your trade window comes into play. Every single person in this draft has a trade window. They can call it when they are on the clock only. But when they're on the clock, it's the one time throughout the entire year. That's when the negotiations begin, where the entire league, you have their attention, and they are vying for your attention, wanting to trade for the asset that you have available, unless, of course, you have a late first this year.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Last thing we need to talk about is Code Cinnamon. So, Sammy can tell us about Code Cinnamon here for a second, as he's a veteran.
Yes, I do happen to be a veteran in the Cinnamon streets. We just don't want the draft to be influenced by anything that we say or anything that the chat is talking about. So we would ask kindly that you refrain from talking about or mentioning players that have yet to be drafted. Yeah. We don't want anybody to miss out on any big falling values because somebody was alerted to, oh, this player's still on the board in the chat. So we're just we'll have conversations about all these players once they come off the board. But for now, we'll keep quiet.
Okay. One little housekeeping thing before we jump into the stream. I know some of you guys are out there. You're giveaway fiends. So you're like, all right, what's the giveaway? I'm ready to type the word in. Well, all right, let's go ahead and get that out of the way, and then we'll jump into the draft. We will do a giveaway today. And I have fun news. I'm finally going to get right back on track and give you a live team playbook as the giveaway today. One of you lucky people are going to win the live playbook experience. All you have to do to enter, step 1, like the stream, okay? And step 2 is to type the code word, which in this stream is Orion. O-R-I-O-N. Orion. Okay.
Right.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. I don't know why I keep thinking about that. Great branding from O'Reilly. But anyway, the reason that is the code word for today is because we did drop a brand new league that you guys can be a part of on the landleagues.com website. The brand new drawing for the Orion League is out. It is active. The drawing will take place on Sunday night, this upcoming Sunday night. So if you're out there and you've wanted to be a part of the community for quite some time, and you've wanted to get into a LAN league and do the startup experience and be a part of a league that matters, that you can invest your time and effort into, I'll go ahead and make that the pinned comment. Of course, as many of you will know by now, for anybody who becomes a brand new promo code LAND annual Mother Flock, remember, they get a guaranteed spot in one of those leagues, one of the many, many perks that you get back for supporting the show. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the real draft here. And as Pigeon Man is up on the clock at the 101, I'm excited because this is definitely the most action I expect to have in a rookie draft so far this year. So far, like, this is the most investment I will make because of the way my year kind of panned out. As Jeremiah Love
Pigeon
comes
Man
up
wasting no time.
Yeah, he knew. He said strictly business here, strictly business. I respect it.
Zach, I think you have the timer at minute 30.
This got to be a sleeper glitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mendoza was already picked. Sorry, that's why. I swear it's not a minute 30. Let me refresh and see.
Well, no, it started at above a minute 30. I think it was just bugged for a second.
Okay, yeah, we're good here.
3 and Tate's gone, and now it's 3.
Okay. I am pretty confident I'm going to call my trade window here. And when I call my trade window, I want everyone to know that I am willing to move up from the 109 and the 110 if you want to send me offers. However, if you are at the 105 and the 106 and you want to jump me to take a player, now is the time to send me an offer. So I'm going to go ahead here and be the first to go ahead and call my trade window. Okay.
We got some familiar faces, Kamish Joel as well as Aselmo right behind you here.
That's right. So if Joel or Aselmo want to jump up here, please send me an offer.
Guys,
I'm also
it's a trap.
I've talked to 3 different people who are interested in trading for this pick in very unique ways. And if you guys are still interested, you can hit me up. I don't know why I went to that screen. Sorry. But let's see what happens. I think it's pretty clear who I will take here.
Is it clear?
I would say so.
Is it a facade? Let's see. I'll go over to Mr. Zachary Savage's rankings. It does appear to be clear. Is anybody... Maybe you guys, Joel might have... Actually, I'm not helping you. I was about to help out. You know what? Tigazzi made a good point. Zach, I think that if next time you don't, your queue is filled up, you don't want to do a team playbook, you should give away a candlelight dinner with yourself.
Someone say that.
Tigazzi said, giveaway is a candlelight dinner date with Zach. I think people would like that.
Proofy, this is an interesting trade. I just am not a contender.
I recognize Proofy as well. Zoom date. You could do a Zoom date. That'd be fun.
Zoom date. Oh my gosh.
Dude, COVID was crazy. Hantavirus, man, part 2. Who knows? Tigazzi, I mean, I don't know if this counts as Cinnamon Brother, but this would be a bit of a reach, I think, at the 104.
I'm getting some interesting trade offers, so.
Zach is deep in the DMs. This is why the land method just crushes, dude. This is why the land method cinnamon toast fucks. All right? This is why.
Oh, that's perfect.
Because you just got, your phone's just blowing up. Phone is blowing up with trade offers because you are on the clock. And it is your freaking, oh God, it is your freaking trade window. Love it. You love to see it. I can't wait for the Atlas draft.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Captain. I don't think your firsts are that valuable. I'll send you a counter. I say that because I feel like you're very clearly a strong contender.
Given he won the league last year,
yeah,
I tend to agree with you without even seeing his team.
So I'm gonna send you a counter. No pressure, but this is what it would take for me to probably move off that pick. Just gonna keep it a buck with you. No pressure if it's not viable.
Or all the pressure.
Yeah. Or feel
or
immense
all the pressure.
Sweating pressure.
You should feel a lot of pressure to make this trade, sir.
Oh, Proofy. I don't like this trade, but I'm going to send you something else and see if you might be interested in it for later on. Like, what would you think about this?
Scribbles, this hat, I don't actually know where exactly it was from, but this is, if you see on the side here, am I looking the right way? Oh, that's the wrong side. That's so embarrassing. This, the stream is delayed for me, so like I don't see what I'm doing until like 5 seconds after I do it. But you see on this side, there's a little 28 there. This is a Devon Achan hat more than it is a Miami Dolphins hat. My parents got this for me for Christmas after he had that crazy playoff win for me in the Flock League.
Aselmo, I'm gonna send you something, my friend.
Tigazzi, you're looking cute. I can't even see it, but I just know. I just know you are. Trade window, we got about 5 seconds left here.
Yep, I'll put myself back on the clock, but I still have 2.5 minutes, I think. So there's 2 offers that I'm very interested currently in. If those people can let me know what they're thinking about the counters. I don't know if there's something I could send to Joel.
Are these offers for this pick, or are you still talking 109, 110?
It's for actually all across the board.
All over the place.
Yeah.
You're not discriminating.
Nope.
You love to see it. You love to see it. This is why the people love you, Zach. This is why they love you.
Oh, Mighty Booch sent me something. Look, Mighty Booch, this is not an unfair offer at all. I just don't think my team is really positioned to...
Mighty Booch says he's tugging at your heartstrings.
Yeah, it's not an unfair offer. It really isn't. I just can't. Okay, final offer, Aselmo. Final offer. I have 45 seconds. If Aselmo says no, no stress. I'm gonna make the pick. Yeah, Mighty Booch, not an unfair offer. I just don't think I'm equipped to really... I'm not that guy. Does that make sense?
I'm not that guy, pal.
I'm not that guy.
I am not that guy, pal. I wish I was that guy, but I'm not that guy, pal.
Okay, so no trade's gonna go through. I'm gonna grab Jordan Tyson there at the 104.
Alrighty.
And if anybody
Come on down.
who I was negotiating with is interested in moving up there, I'm still open to having a conversation with you. And Joel's going to call his trade window as well. So we're going to go ahead and let him do his thing.
Yes, sir.
He's got 5 minutes on the clock. But I am in this position where I don't really view myself as an actual contender. I just took BPA on my board. I do already have Chris Olave, but again, like, I just don't care. This is what I preach to people all the time. Whoever you think is the best player available in a rookie draft, walk away with that player. Don't feel like a need, or kind of go like I could have gone a different direction so I wouldn't be in the same team, if that makes sense. But I believe that's the BPA. I'm trying to build a team and get the most value on a team as I kind of restructure it. And that's the direction I went. I wish Sammy was in this league because I have Brian freaking Thomas, man.
I was gonna say
could have gotten
like you said,
three firsts.
You said this team was bad.
How can it be bad with Brian Thomas?
Well, you do have Jaden Daniels, and he's like negative value. So
yeah, he is like 39 years old at this point.
I mean, he might as well be 80 the way he plays. Yeah, man, I like what you're cooking. I'm interested to see how this. Tigazzi, I am absolutely foaming at the mouth. Well, see, the thing is, if I was in this league, I'd have Brian Thomas.
That is true, actually. Guys, appreciate y'all big time. Kind of hanging out and being here with us.
Yes, sir.
And we appreciate
Scribbles,
you,
by the way,
kind of jumping in here. Yeah,
Scribbles. There's no such thing as being stuck with Brian Thomas Jr. You are a privileged man. All right. You don't know a good thing you wouldn't know a good thing if it slapped you in the face. You know that?
Yeah, so we appreciate y'all being here, man. Thanks for spending your time with us. We are doing a giveaway today, right? I'm going to give away a live team playbook. If you'd like to win a live team playbook, it's a very simple 2-step process. Step 1 is to simply like the stream. Step 1, like the stream. Step 2 is to type the code word, which is Orion. Orion. Auto parts. But I appreciate y'all being here. Joel, by the way, began the stream saying Zach's finally going to be humbled by his least favorite OG team. Yeah. Not my favorite team. I'm not going to lie to you guys. What's up, Boosh? Welcome in. Wild Dog is here. We've got Chase, who says right on time. Dusty loves this time of year. We love it as well. What's up, Christian? What's up, Bobby? I'm Bobby Mom. What's up, Proofy? Dan's in the building. Should I not do that? Is that like cancelable? I just think it's funny. I mean, Santorino,
it's
or
somebody
whatever
else's.
his name is so funny.
It's somebody else's impression, so I'm sure it's fine.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all fine,
That's
right?
what we'll go with.
What's up, Noah? What's up, Joe? What's up, Neil? Tim? Donnie?
Donnie?
Appreciate y'all being here. Wyatt, Patty, Zom says double dip it on YouTube. Had to see what Zach does here. Sorry, Mighty Booch. What's up, Jacob? He says, how do I join a league? Well, you can actually check out the pinned comment if you like. Joel says, looks like nobody's interested. So I'm going to put him right back on the clock here. Yes, if you'd like to join a league, very simple. As Makai Lemon comes off the board, and from my conversations with Aselmo, that's exactly what he wanted. He was
maybe a little move up ski here from the 109.
Well, I would be really open to it, Aselmo. In fact, I'm still open to it, even though you've already made the pick. But I don't imagine he's interested. Someone said my audio is cutting out every few words. Is that right? Is my audio
I
cutting
can
out?
hear you fine. I can hear you completely fine.
It might be an issue with your internet or something there, but I appreciate you.
Everybody's saying that it's all good.
Okay. Sorry, the guy asked how he can be in a league, and I didn't even respond to him. You can check out the link in the pinned comment, but it's a very simple process, my friend. On the landleagues.com website, we host brand new leagues for members to be a part of that they can invest their time and effort into and know that it's worth, their time, that they can really build out teams and try different strategies, and it will hold together long term. We've got Joel and Rowan, who are our commissioners here. They're awesome. And you can check out the steps on the site. Again, the link in the pinned comment. If you want to be a part of a real league that matters, that you can feel confident in being part of. The Orion drawing is up right now. And of course, if you are a promo code LAND annual mother flocker, if you're a member or you become a brand new member, then I'll fast track you right into the next league. You'll get a guaranteed spot. So feel free to DM me if you have any questions there, as Concepcion is on the clock here. Or sorry, Concepcion
this, Zach.
went off the board is what I meant to say.
You might have already said this. Is there a tight end premium here?
No tight end premium.
No tight end premium.
Look, I don't have a trade window anymore, so I only have 3 minutes. If anyone's interested in these picks, let me know. I honestly think that I would have preferred Concepcion here, but I'll just keep it a buck. Ty Simpson's a perfect fit for my team. So I'm definitely going to add Ty Simpson. And obviously the next pick for me would be Omar Cooper. If anybody's interested in these picks or wants to trade up or wants to make a deal, or if there's any deal in the past that we have talked about that intrigues you now, let me know. But I think Ty Simpson is the perfect fit for this team. Which honestly is not that bad. It's not an awful team. It's just there's not enough to compete, in my opinion. I might be a prime toilet bowl contender though for the comp pick. In fact, I actually won the comp pick in this league last year, so
oh heck yeah, there you go.
That. I think Marcus Mariota led the way, if I'm not mistaken. But let me see if anybody is at all interested. Otherwise, I'll just go back to back and make the picks.
Honestly, that's almost as good as winning the league, is getting a comp pick.
Yeah, right. The 213 is just
say.
as valuable as the aura of winning a championship.
All depends on who you take, really.
Sean has a question I would love for the chat to reply to. What do you guys think? What have you seen in your league? What would you say it would cost to move up from the 106 to the 104?
People hate price, man. I think, depending on who is at the 104, if it's me or you, Zach, it's not going to cost that much.
Yeah.
But if it's...
Well, I mean, for example, I tried to trade back with Aselmo there. Aselmo obviously watches the content and knows exactly where I stand on things. But, I just got a trade offer. Let me just... Okay, I got a trade offer, but Sleeper is not letting me view it. How cool is that?
That's the best, man. You know what's funny? And this might help anybody out there who's dealing with the same issue as I was. For, weeks, ever since rookie draft started, it felt. My Sleeper app had just been an absolute disaster. So slow to respond to everything. It didn't matter, what Wi-Fi I was on or if I was on data, whatever it was. Absolutely terrible. Borderline unusable at certain points. I, looked for updates whenever I could, all this kind of stuff. Eventually, I was like, what if I just delete it and re-download it? And that fixed it. So,
and
if anybody's, if anybody's having that issue,
I'm going to add Ty Simpson here.
Heck yeah. If anybody's bugging on you, or if Sleeper is bugging on you, I can't do anything if anybody else is bugging you, but if Sleeper's bugging you, delete it and re-download it, and it might work. What do we have here? Jeb, what's going on?
We'll say, while I haven't got a deal done, there's been a lot of good conversations on the back end with people.
And you know
Very
what,
reasonable
Zach,
conversations.
Maybe the trades are the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, and I've definitely made friends along the way, no doubt about it. I was gonna tell him the trade offer I sent Aselmo to move from the 104 to the 106. I have the 104. Aselmo has the 106 there. And what I sent him was the 104, the 110, 2 seconds in 2027 for the 106 and his 27 first. That's what I sent. You know, I think if someone was anti-price, they probably take that. But Aselmo is kind of on the same wavelength as me, as the 106 is in the same tier as the 104. Everybody in this league is in that mind frame, so wasn't really able to get anything done. I'm gonna add Omar Cooper here. Mighty Booch, I just thought of an idea. I'm gonna send you something.
Zach, I want to ask you. This question. What do you think?
And I want to answer.
Who do you think?
I want to answer.
Who do you think out of the top 6? Have you seen
trade window? Sorry,
the most...
just got called.
Oh, Proofy.
From Proofy. From experience, Proofy might be crickets, but let's see. People might be interested in these picks.
From your experience and what you've seen, who have you seen be like the player that's fluctuated the most in terms of where he goes in the top 6? Because I have a very clear answer.
I think Lemon.
Lemon, okay.
I feel like Lemon could go as high as the 103 or as low as the 106. Mendoza's kind of close too, but
I was gonna say Mendoza because people were talking about it in the chat. Like,
yeah,
somebody said I got Mendoza at the 106, and people are really surprised. I've seen that multiple times.
Price at the 106?
Mendoza at the 106.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, I guess I haven't. Now that I think about it, I guess I haven't seen it in one of our drafts yet, like one of our real drafts here.
He's gone like in my leagues, across my leagues. I feel like honestly the split 106 would definitely be the least, but the split from 102 to 105 has been really, really even on Mendoza.
Right. Yeah, okay,
it's sort of just like who could use a quarterback in that range, kind of.
Sure.
Which, you know, if it is a tier, you and I would say take best player available. But some people, you know, if they're debating between a Mendoza and a Tyson or a Mendoza and a Lemon, they might go with the quarterback if they have a need there.
Yeah. Joel says John didn't need a quarterback in this league. What's John's team? He has Burrow, Lawrence. John's probably just playing BPA in his mind.
Yeah, especially if he's a punting team, if he's not trying to compete this coming year. That kind of helps with max points 4 if you think about it a little bit. Like if you're taking a QB who won't hit your lineup as much as the wide receivers would.
Yeah.
But then again, if he's not the best player on John's board, then I would say, you know, don't do that.
Yes. If you guys are just joining, what you're seeing right now is what we call a trade window. It's been called from Proofy at the 111. And now the league basically knows he wants to trade the pick. They can, approach him if they'd like to. I will just say, as someone who has a lot of 111, 112s this year's rookie draft, I've not been able to get a trade done yet for them.
Really?
No.
People aren't clamoring for those picks?
They're not clamoring for the late first in this year's draft, unfortunately.
See, that's really surprising to me.
But again, it just kind of highlights, I know I can't wait to not even talk about this anymore, this idea that this class is bad. But, last year, the 202 and 3 was Jackson Dart and Tyler Warren at times.
Yeah, dude. Loveland would fall to the early second sometimes.
It's like, damn.
It's wild. Zach, I'm noticing more and more bye weeks being added on Sleeper. Where are they getting this information from?
Yeah, that is weird. I did see the Chiefs-Broncos was announced. When do they announce everything?
Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday night. But yeah, so Chiefs, Broncos, and honestly, that's interesting, Zach, because I do think there's some actionable stuff here.
Yeah.
Does Chiefs, Broncos being Monday Night Football Week 1 not tell you that the NFL believes that Patrick Mahomes is going to play Week 1?
Oh, wow.
Do
I didn't
they
think about
put that game? Do they put Justin Fields in primetime week 1?
I think what you're
Surely
forgetting
not.
is it's actually a coming out party, not for Justin Fields. Well, for Garrett Nussmeier. Sorry. I was trying to keep it together for a second. But that is a good point. Would they put, I mean, look, I don't think the Chiefs are dumb enough to force him out there. But
At the same time, like
that'd be a
like,
pretty incredible recovery time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was pretty late in the season, but you know, I just don't see a world in which they put Chiefs primetime Monday Night Football week 1 if they aren't like pretty certain Mahomes is playing.
He had surgery on December 15th.
Yeah, so he's about 9 months. It'll be about 9 months.
He tore it the 14th. That's pretty rare.
Right away.
That they go right away.
I think it
the
depends,
next
right?
day.
Because like
Don't
neighbors,
they typically let the swelling go down?
I guess it depends on how bad the swelling is. Because like I remember like the neighbors one, they waited like several weeks.
I gotta put you back on the clock, Proofy.
But yeah, like I'm just thinking about it. Like if the NFL, if they're hearing from the Chiefs, oh, you know, like yeah, his recovery's going okay. We think he might be ready for week 1. I don't think there's a shot in hell they put the Chiefs primetime Monday night, week 1.
It makes sense logically. Like I understand what you're saying.
Like he's the whole pull.
Hey, don't forget about Brother Bo.
Sure. Who also is like, you know, there's conversation about his injury and stuff.
Yeah. It would be fun to see that new Jalen Waddle edition. It was Sean Payton.
Yeah, yeah. I made a trade for Jalen Waddle today in a league.
What'd you
My
send
first
away?
share. This is a very interesting one. Jalen Waddle was not anywhere close to the most valuable piece in the trade. It was a simple 2 for 2. Okay? Standard 12-team PPR tight end premium. Joe Burrow and Jalen Waddle coming my way for Amon-Ra St. Brown and CJ Stroud.
Okay. Joe Burrow, Jalen Waddle for Amon-Ra St. Brown, CJ Stroud. That's honestly pretty even. Like I know Stroud is probably the least valuable piece in that deal, but at the same time,
but
I still think he has a long career.
You're comparing him to Waddle, right? Because they're the lower valued pieces. And it's like I'm giving up the quarterback who I still believe in CJ Stroud. Like I still think he's good.
Yeah.
He's my QB2 on this team where it's like it's a contending team. I need to try and win this year. And I just didn't feel good about him as my QB2, and I have no QB3. So I was like, let me get Joe Burrow. Let me solidify that. I lose Amon-Ra, but I'm getting Joe freaking Burrow, you know? So
yeah,
I thought it was pretty even. And it's my first and only Waddle share.
I think that's pretty fair, honestly. As wowzers, we get a nice, fun little surprise there at the 112. I'm not saying it's the wrong pick, but you don't typically see that. As Dazon Stribling comes off the board at the 112, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, wow, wow.
It's a wild west out here in 2026 drafts. Anything after the 110 goes is the way I see it.
Pretty much. Damn. That's wild.
What do you think about this whole Stribling conversation so far? I think we've talked about it, but I think he's overhated.
This is the part
too.
No, I completely agree. But also, I haven't seen like I've never seen something like this where post-draft there is such a like wave of people that are coming out of the woodwork saying, no, this wasn't actually a reach.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the media. There's like 3 guys in the media that had any idea that Stribling could be a second-round pick, and yeah, like all this stuff, like
coming off the board there. No, it's so true because, you know, I actually remember many people putting Stribling in the middle of the second round, like a top 50 pick in these mock drafts, and I remember saying to myself, because we did streams where we would do mock drafts.
Your boy Chad.
Yeah. Like Chad, I think was one of the guys. And
So early.
I was like,
He was
what
doing
the
it in,
hell?
like, February.
I'm like, why is this guy in the second round? Who is this? You know?
Yeah.
So some people were clued in that he was going to be a second round pick. The fact that it's 33 overall is what really, I think, upset some people. But I personally really think he can work in that offense. Like, if he's given opportunities, the way that Shanahan can deploy him, I think he's very excited. And also, this doesn't mean that he's going to magically become the best player ever. He's still going to have his flaws. But I do think this organization and coaching staff is going to be very determined to be like, you know what, F all of you. Watch this. You know what I mean?
It is kind of, but here's the thing. Like he is beyond all that. It was a lot of like film centric guys who near the end of the process, they got to Stribling late and they were like, oh, this guy's actually pretty good.
He's a fun watch.
His analytical profile is
bad.
He's like, by any model, like everybody has a model now, right?
Yeah.
By any model, he is like bottom 5 worst, second round picks of all time.
Yeah.
It's like that's just the reality of it. And I find it weird that everybody's just coming out of the woodwork saying like, no, it wasn't a reach, when the instant reaction I think is just true. And it's funny, nobody's making the same argument. Like nobody is saying you should be drafting Kalen Black.
Yeah.
Who is a third round running back that the Niners also reached on. So I'm not as big of a DeZon hater as other people.
This is early for me. This is early for him to go there.
Yeah,
but
no,
I don't mind you kind of like making your call in a draft like this. Like, hey, go get your guy. We keep saying all the time, but
yeah,
I just think like, for example, I remember a draft this year where I got him at the 301. I don't know which draft that was. I think it was one of the earlier drafts of the year.
Yeah,
and to me, anywhere in the third, he's a smash. Like it just, even in
this class, I can't argue with that.
Like, even thinking back to 2025, would Stribling have been a second round pick for me? I can't remember much after the top. Like, I would have gone Besh over him. I would have gone Harris over him.
Jaden Higgins.
I'm trying to remember Higgins. What that
late second was like? Late second was like Tootin, Scadaboo.
Okay, yeah, he may have been like a third round pick in last year's draft, to be honest, but that's just kind of the nature. You could probably say that about every pick from Bell, Bernard, Boston, all these guys.
It's similar to the price thing. It's similar to the price thing, I think, Zach, and we've talked about this, where people just think the guy's a terrible prospect, and so they refuse to draft him, even if the cost makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I have to have him 8 picks past ADP because I never want to touch him because I think he sucks. When it's like, in this terrible rookie class, if this is a guy who you normally wouldn't take in the middle of the second round or the back of the second round, you got to adjust to
what's actually
the class.
available in this class.
Yeah, like there's the guys after him. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I don't care about any of these guys.
No, it's funny because I released my sleeper video for this class, and someone left a comment along the lines of, There was a player in the video. I don't want to commit code cinnamon, but there was a player in the video that I really like as a sleeper. Okay, it's this video here. And the comment was basically like, if we're following your own historical hit rates charts, then you shouldn't be drafting Claiborne. And my reply was,
okay,
if we're following historical hit rates, we shouldn't be drafting anybody, actually.
Anybody in this class. Yeah, exactly.
There is not, when you're in the third round of this draft, and most drafts you're not going to have a great option, but certainly in this one, it's just, it's not a class to be picky in the second round.
Patty Ice is asking about Chris Bell and if he has the clearest path outside of the top guys. I'm guessing he means like everybody behind Boston, maybe.
Well, we have to remember that he is coming back from an ACL. So
this is my concern, right, Zach? Like,
I don't think we can just go ahead and bump him to wide receiver 1, highest target share day 1. I think that's probably poor planning from us if we do that. Not thinking things through logically if we do that,
My my logic on Chris Bell, a lot of it is going to be determined basically by what we hear from how much of training camp he's participating in. Because like I just hate it when rookies are behind the like starting their career behind the eight ball, where you're just behind learning the offense, you're behind getting up to speed with the offense, you're behind with, you know,
damn it,
training camp and all this kind of stuff. And coaches, that is a really good Antonio Williams value.
Oh, he was falling.
Coaches are not going to wait for you to catch up like in season.
Yeah.
Like they don't, like the Dolphins, they don't got time to teach Chris Bell the offense and have him get up to full speed and be prioritizing that in September and October when they're trying to win games. Yeah. When it's like a week-to-week thing and they're working on the game plan and this kind of stuff.
Kind of reminds me of like Jameson Williams' rookie year where, you know, if he was healthy, he would have been a bigger part of that offense from day one. But it's not exactly the same timeline. Like Bell injured it earlier, but you know, I just think it would be foolish of me to project Chris Bell 20% target share as a rookie just because the offense is really bad around him.
Yeah. No, I feel you 100%.
Okay, right after this pick, we will pause the draft because this guy won the comp pick. Let's go. I get to add a player.
Yeah, you absolutely love to see it.
I'm hyped. The way the comp pick works, by the way, is when the playoffs begin, the top 6 teams obviously battle for a championship in land leagues. The bottom 6 battle out in a loser's bracket to win a comp pick, which is the 2-13. Just a simple way. Like, I just hate the idea of, you know, people not having anything to play for if they don't make the playoffs. Like, I get it, but I think it adds an element that is exciting. So, okay, John's on the clock here.
Yeah, I think that Mighty Booch mentions that she's not competing this year, can wait for the bell to toll, which kudos to you for that play on words. I like that a lot. Yeah, my current concern with him also kind of lies with his value. Like if we're trying to project a year forward and like where is he going to be valued? If he plays 10 games and doesn't do anything because he's missed all of training camp, is he not just going to be like Jack Besh?
Right.
Like a bad first year, even if you can excuse all those things, okay, then maybe he's a buy low and whatever else. His value is just going to fall, I think.
Well, if the Dolphins, if he plays 6 games and doesn't show anything too serious, it's tough to see a scenario in which the Dolphins are like, yep, we're going to trust him as our wide receiver 1 next year.
You know, exactly, because if they haven't seen it, then what reason do they have?
But look,
right?
He
like,
has,
and
he has a great opportunity. There's like, after the 202, Chris Bell is totally, you know.
Oh, yeah. I have no problem with the 203 pick. I really don't.
Things can go sideways pretty quickly.
And like, I'm just thinking like, and this is probably why he falls to the 3rd round, because teams are thinking like, what we're not gonna be able to know what this guy is in a year, or we might not know what this guy can offer us going forward in a year.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Caleb Douglas went at the 211 here. Shit.
That is. You get sniped.
Damn it, John.
Damn, John. John got you. Damn, John got you with our boy. Who would I take here? I know who I'd take. Yeah, it's actually not. Yeah, this is so gross, dude. Good
Damn
year
it,
to win the toilet
John.
Oh, John. John.
God damn. Damn it. God damn.
What's he gonna do here, guys? What's he gonna do? I know who's highest on his board,
Yeah.
but that's a gross click, dude. That's
It is
disgusting.
disgusting. Like, yeah.
I'm surprised you have him over the guy at 23.
Yeah, well, after today's reports, I should probably change that. Okay,
I
well,
don't know if you should.
not
Oh,
fun.
well, actually, yeah, your boy.
Not fun, but I'm going to pick Malachi Fields here. If you guys refresh the browser, Malachi Fields will no longer be available. John, you sneaky son of a bitch. Taking Elijah Surratt for me, one pick. I got to watch the entire second round and just get cucked all the way until the 212. Surratt, unfortunately, not on my team.
I didn't realize Ted Hurst was off the board.
Yeah, Ted Hurst off the board.
Your the coach speak coming out today about, like, Zach Robinson was at the podium talking a bunch about the Bucks offense, saying that he sees Ted Hurst as that X wide receiver.
Yep.
It felt a little like, I saw that Matt Harmon was tweeting about this. The quotes felt a little bit like sacrificial X is what he was sort of like getting at least in year one. Sort of like what he's able to do at X will allow them to do other things with the offense. The fact that he's able to pull coverage and that kind of thing.
Like, I'm trying to think of like an equivalent in the NFL today of a sacrificial X. That would help.
Matt Harmon, there's a year two player that he was mentioning. I saw this tweet literally yesterday because he just finished charting all of the year two guys.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll find it.
Okay.
Do.
So, to anybody who's watching this in the next 48 hours or whatever the case may be, is like, why didn't Malachi Fields get drafted? Well, he did. He did get drafted. He was a comp pick, okay?
It was Kyle Williams.
Okay, sure.
Who last season was just like...
Scribbles makes a great point. Alec Pierce before this year it's your cardio guy.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing, right? Like, just getting on the field and getting reps doing that. It was honestly a lot of the conversation was bullish for Egbuka, and unfortunately, it was not good for your boy, Jalen McMillan.
Right.
He just didn't say a freaking word about him. Talked about the other three and the three roles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Deserves a chance, man. He deserves. You know what I will say though? I do think that he would be best used in the slot. And so I think a Chris Godwin injury could, which I don't think is a tough thing to predict, could allow for a bit of a breakout for him.
I'm just going to send an offer to John. I know John's a Giants fan. So let's see. I have the guy that I drafted or the guy I took with the comp pick and Surratt in a similar tier. So I'll send John a small little offer here and see if I can get Surratt on the team or not. Prez says, how do you know who the winner of the loser's bracket when only the loser advances? I like the consolation pick idea. Loser doesn't advance. That's the thing.
He's talking about a toilet bowl. You can do a consolation bracket instead of a toilet bowl.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah.
What's up, Cole? Thanks for dropping in and being a hater, man. I know I'm doing something right when I got haters. I used to really get upset by the haters, but I actually there's one guy on every video that I released this year. He comments and he's like, "You're not a scout, bud." And 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that version of me would have been like so okay, funny. I never claimed to be. Now I'm just nah, love it. I love that there are people who I don't even know who hate me. I don't know why. That might sound psychotic to say that, Sammy, but I genuinely love it.
You are on the clock, by the way.
I am on the clock.
But yeah. Also, I don't know who Denny Pancake is. Um, but apparently
Haters
he
in the
embarrassed you.
building.
Oh no, he got embarrassed. Fan account embarrassed you and Denny Pancake.
Yeah, he's talking about my Flock League performance last year.
Oh, so he's saying that I embarrassed you.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to him. My guy Cole.
Shout out to the guy. I'm going to take Adam Randall here.
Ooh, I like it. I like that pick a lot.
Take Adam Randall there at the 307.
Zach,
That's probably my last pick of the draft.
Did you see that Le'Veon Moss retired?
Le'Veon Moss retired?
I just saw this tweet. Dolphins running back Le'Veon Moss, who they signed as an undrafted free agent out of Texas A&M, is retiring from the NFL, the team announced.
He's had a lot of injury issues. So
It's rough.
But man, that's sad. He was at one point a really exciting prospect, but that was like a year or two ago before he got injured. No hate, you're just a phony.
What? Cole,
Like,
come on.
Let me just contradict
what are we
myself
doing,
in 4 words. Or 5, 6 words, whatever it is.
Okay, I'm not hating. You just suck and you're terrible.
Thank you for spending your time
hating.
tonight trying to spread hate. I appreciate you, man. I honestly envy it. Like I love the passion of the hate. Like I'm like, man, I wish I could spend my free time trying to hate on someone that I don't even know, that I'll never meet in real life. Like I wish I had free time. Like genuinely, I wish I had free time to do something that silly.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Oscar Delp and Cade Klubnik off the board. I do think Cade Klubnik is a pretty good pick. He's not that far off the same reasons that Beck and Aller are going in the second round. You can debate on, obviously who's a better prospect or whatnot, but
yeah.
I do like that as a bet to
honestly
make.
Yeah, no hate. Cade Klubnik sucks.
Yeah,
no hate though. No hate, but he sucks. He's terrible.
To be fair, like he was a good prospect though, and like I mean he's had a lot of starts in college. A lot of starts, and that's typically a good sign. So
Clemson as a whole, was awful last year, right? Like they were absolutely terrible, and it wasn't really, it was the program as a whole. It wasn't just him, and I think that he was good in 2024. Like they made the playoff in 2024. It was everybody, right? Even like Antonio Williams, his stats were better.
Yeah.
So I think there's a chance. And honestly, like I think Geno could have a good year. But there is a shot that at the end of the year, if they're losing a ton, that he's not going to be playing.
Yeah.
Right, that they're like, we might as well see what this guy has.
Exactly.
Right, and Scribbles makes a good point, especially if Glenn gets canned. Right, if Glenn's fired, and it's like, hey, the guy that signed Geno isn't here anymore. We might as well give the fourth round, and we're 4-10. We might as well give the fourth round pick a shot for 3 games.
Yep, I agree. So my draft finishes with Tyson, Simpson, Cooper, Randall. I think they're great additions to the squad. So we'll keep kind of building. I don't expect this team to be competitive this year. I think next year is probably our window. But I've got a lot of core pieces that I'm excited about. The Daniels, Olave, Tyson, Brian Thomas, Judkins, Purdy combo is. I might be more competitive than I want to be, is what I'm saying.
What do you think, Zach, about the Brendan Sorsby stuff? Have you seen anything about this?
I just don't care. I don't know why people care. Someone tell me why.
He's good.
Crazy. Okay.
Because he's good. Because he's not awful, I think, is the better way to say it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, add him as a speculative ad if you can, like if you're allowed to.
Yeah, I'm wondering how you would handle that, because I know that Joel, in the Atlas League, said that he's not going to be available until the 2027 draft.
Yeah.
I just don't know how. if he's going to play this year, I think somebody should be able to roster him. I just don't know how to handle that. If you just like throwing him on, if letting people bid on him like with Fab is the way to do it, I don't know.
Okay, someone explain to me why people think he's going to touch an NFL field this year.
Well, because like the Browns are interested in him.
Okay. This is not me being critical. This is a genuine question. So,
like, I think that people genuinely think that he was projected to be a top pick in next year's draft.
okay.
Like, obviously anything can happen this season, but he's got like crazy tools. He's got a killer arm.
Jacoby Lane in the fourth is really fun, by the way. Okay. That's a tough one. I feel like he has to kind of be a Fab guy then, no?
Surely. I don't see any other way you can do it if your rookie draft's already happened by the time. Right? It's just like whoever gets him, gets him.
Is he been cleared to join the NFL?
We don't even know if he's being sent like to the supplemental draft yet. The stuff it's still like ongoing whether or not he's going to get that extra year of eligibility.
Oh, okay.
It was something about like
if
it was like a
Trinidad
thing,
Chambliss
right?
is able to go back for his,
but this was like
year.
This was a gambling thing.
Right.
He gambled. He bet on games and stuff like that. So I think that it wasn't games that he was playing in or anything. But he was not allowed to, and he did, and so they were going to take away this final year.
Well, with gambling, things are really difficult to project. John, did you see my trade window or my trade offer, brother? Let me know if you saw the trade that I sent you. We did get a trade that went through in the league. Someone sent Mighty Booch sent away Bucky Irving in the 209 this year for a 27 first and a 27 second.
Wow.
So Mighty sends away Bucky Irving, and the 209 was Antonio Williams, by the way. So Selamo ends up with Antonio Williams there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for Mighty Booch as a rebuilder, I like that.
Yeah.
You're offloading some risk with Bucky. I don't know if Bucky could have a big value jump, you know, like if he can do what we saw him do. Yes, but also if he can do what we saw him do at the end of his rookie year and he gets that workload that we hope that he can.
Yeah.
And he scores a lot of fantasy points and then gets a contract. Like this is year 3 now, so he'd be eligible for an extension next offseason. He could, you know, be creeping into that, you know, like
Kyron Williams.
I'm talking like that Chase Brown, like really good.
Well,
it would have to be a really good year, of course.
The Kyron Williams year. I mean, like Kyron obviously has like a year over 20 points per game or whatever it was, but to be fair, Bucky was at 18 points per game before he had that injury.
Dude, he was so good.
Yeah. Still should have taken Devon Achane though.
I don't know.
The more I look at rankings this year, I think I will be pretty heavily a Achane guy the way he's being ranked. I know the offense is going to be bad, but I just don't see how he doesn't touch the ball 23 times a game, like the way that offense looks.
That is a good point. I have him for 245 carries, 101 targets.
Oh my god! Could you imagine getting over 100 targets for a running back that is going in round 2?
He had 85 last year. But they don't have any wide receivers.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing. It's like, who are you giving the targets to? I gave him an 18% target share. He had 19 last year. I just have them throwing the ball, I guess, a little more.
I got them running more.
But Zach, they're gonna be. Sure, the whole like run with Malik Willis and Devon Achane plan works great until you're down 21 at half every game.
They were down almost every game last year. They ran the ball. It did not matter. Like,
yeah, that's true. But it's a completely different regime.
It is, but it's
not Mike McDaniel, you know.
It's not Mike McDaniel, but the guy who was calling plays for you is the same guy who was a part of the offense last year. Like, it's Bobby Slowick, right? I believe Bobby Slowick was their passing game coordinator last year, and now is their OC.
The other thing with Achan, his yards per attempt last year, Zach. Do you know what it is? Oh, he's gone.
Sorry, my dog was crying from the top of his lungs as if he had been shot. But it's just my wife left the building, and now he's wanting to let everybody know that he's alone.
Poor guy. Do you know what Devon Achan's yards per attempt last year was?
It was so high. It was like, what was it, like 5.5 or something?
5.7.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, that's insane. And so, like, it's just not sustainable. I'm not
Is
like
it,
low
is
on
it
him
not
by
though?
any
I mean,
means.
I've got him at 5 yards per carry.
I have him at 4.8, so I'm not too far behind you. I just think that I don't want to underrate what McDaniel is able to do in terms of scheming a running game.
Sure.
Like, I know Bobby Slowick is there, but handing him the keys to me is like,
Slowick
you
had
know,
a
I'm not
pretty good rushing attack with Mixon in Houston though. It's a little bit different, but
that's true.
That is the end of round 4. Guys, we do have some spots left in this giveaway. This is your last chance to enter. All you have to do to enter the giveaway, it's very simple. If you want to win a live team playbook, step 1 is to like the stream. Step 2 is to type the code word today, which is Orion, O-R-I-O-N. We'll give you guys the next couple minutes here to make sure you get your entries in. No more trade window on the screen, obviously, because that's gone. The comp pick is in the books there. I'll go ahead and remove the comp pick as it was Malachi Fields. But appreciate y'all big time jumping in here with us. Let me see what the squad looks like here before we move on. And
shout out to him.
We've got, at this present moment in time, we've got a lineup of Daniels, Tootin, Judkins, Olave, Tyson, Pitts, Thomas. Probably if I had to put a starting lineup together, I'd put Omar Cooper there in the flex. Then Purdy. That's not the worst starting lineup you've ever seen. It's not the best. Not the best. Maybe we move Matthew Golden over Stephon Diggs, who I tried to sell for. Genuinely, I tried to sell Stephon Diggs for like 3 years in this league.
I think your window might be closed, brother.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think he's worth anything. Could Stephon Diggs be this year's Keenan Allen? I think Stephon Diggs could really annoy some people.
Okay, who's which 4th round wide receiver is he gonna ruin, or which 2nd round wide receiver is he gonna ruin?
Imagine.
Let's see.
No, he's not going to go to San Francisco. I was going to say that would be really funny to add to that conversation.
That would be really funny. Ooh, Baltimore?
Baltimore would be worst case scenario.
He's such a Raven.
Yeah.
He is such a Raven.
Baltimore would be awesome. Would be really bad. Would Tennessee consider it, or you think
that's
they're
a lock,
kind of
dude.
like?
I don't know, man. I mean, sure, like maybe, but
Commanders. Oh, the Commanders would be so annoying for Antonio Williams. Oh, that would be so frustrating.
if they don't get Ayuk, yeah, I could see that. But dude, he's a Raven.
Yeah,
I really don't see another outcome.
he's got to be a Raven.
He's absolutely a Raven. He's such a Raven.
They buy a contract. When they decided to move to Baltimore, they said every year you have to have a veteran receiver who used to be really, really good. That is no longer good anymore. And DeAndre Hopkins no longer on the team. You have to find the replacement. Tomorrow, we're drafting tomorrow in the golf league. And this will be a fun one. I have the 109, 209, 211, and the 409 in that draft. So typically, again, we spread these out a little bit more, but because of Mother's Day, tomorrow we'll be right back with another real draft. So make sure you got your noties on. But let's go ahead and do this giveaway. We've got 49 entries today. 49 entries. And
shout out to him. It could be your night.
It could be your night.
It could be your night.
Let's go ahead and let's copy them bad boys over to win a live team playbook. Just one winner today. One winner today. And our winner of the live team playbook for today's stream. Oh my god, it was almost Zum, but it is
Wow.
9272 Outlaws. So
If it was
if you
Zum,
are if you're our winner today, there's my Discord username. You can send me a DM. I need you to screenshot your YouTube account, and that way I can verify it. Send me a DM. Tell me your Flock Fantasy username. And if you don't have an account yet, create one for free using the promo code LAND, L-A-N-D. We'll be more than happy to hook you up there, my friend. Here's the good news. I say good news for me. That I haven't had a queue this small. It's been maybe a month. I don't know. Like, we could actually be out of here.
You freaking cranked those out last night, eh?
Dude, I went hard yesterday, yeah.
Jeez.
I think I did like 11 yesterday or something. But if you would like to get a team review on tonight's stream, very, very simple steps, okay? You know, we do this pretty much every time we go live. When the draft concludes, we look at people's teams. If you want to get your team reviewed tonight, you can use the promo code LAND, become an annual Mother Flocker member. That will give you a free voucher that you can use through the a la carte store. But if you remember a different promo code, you can also, you know, purchase one a la carte. There are 3 different team review options. By default, if you become a member, you get the live playbook, which is tier number 1, but you can upgrade that to a priority pass or a pro pass. Pro pass doubles your playbooks. Priority pass skips the queue. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about those offerings. But let's go ahead and get to this quick trade question. And of course, if you want to submit a trade question, it's the same link in the chat for you guys. So I'll go ahead and actually make this the pinned comment for you. Okay, none your business in a Superflex start 10 is sending away Garrett Wilson for a late 27 first and the 110 this year. So let's say Omar Cooper and a 27 late first. Not that intrigued by a trade like this if it's a late first in the 110. It's not unfair value with Garrett, but I don't know. This doesn't move me that much.
If it truly is late, then I think I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep the player.
I wonder what other.
I'd rather get 2. I would honestly rather just get 2 random firsts in 2027. Like, if I can get that somewhere else, that's what I'd much rather do.
Yeah, I agree. Or like instead of the 110, you get Jamison Williams.
Yeah.
Or Cam Scadaboo or something. Cam Ward, you know, but not that interested in the 110. Probably going to keep Garrett Wilson here. Although I will say, like, I was checking out Underdog ADP yesterday because I'm prepping a video for, this is a good time actually. I'm not even like purposely doing a segue here, but the first video of the year for the Fantasyland Football channel, the redraft side of things, will release this next week.
Exciting.
Okay, so if you haven't subscribed over there, you can go subscribe. Doing a video, and I realize I'm lower on Garrett Wilson than consensus. I think the offense will be better. I really do think the offense is going to be better. I've given Garrett Wilson a 28% target share, but he still lands out at around 14.6 points per game for me. It's just, it's not a... The way that would change is if the touchdowns go through the roof. You know, if he ends up having finally like a 10 touchdown year or something, that's where he could probably get into like the 18 point per game number.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to get there, I have him for 7 touchdowns.
Okay.
I have him for like 100 catches for like 1,100 yards.
Yeah, I've got him for 102 and 1.2 and 5. So he's kind of like...
It's just the touchdowns then, I guess, where we're different.
Yeah, there's this really weird tier this year for me. I don't know, and maybe it will take some time for me to gain more conviction, but when I look at my redraft rankings, which are kind of like where I'm placing them in the best ball section, I don't know where you stand, Sammy, but like for me, this D tier Like, honestly, this is the weirdest point of the draft this year, because I know it sounds like I'm copping out, but dead ass, like, wide receiver 13 to 30, I honestly really don't have that much conviction in where you're going to go here. I've never had a tier this big, but you know, you could be upset with me and say, like, why AJ Brown needs to be at the top of this. Like, fine, put him at the top. That's okay. DJ Moore, why couldn't DJ Moore finish as a top 12 receiver this year, right? Like, Nico Collins, like, there's some projections there with the Burden and the Adunzes, but if Mike Evans stays healthy, why can't he be a top 15 receiver this year? I think there's, like, just this massive tier of safe plays, upside plays, vet plays.
I do feel like it is kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
I do have some more solidified opinions on this group, but and so does the ADP, honestly. Like, I mean, you're looking at AJ Brown goes consistently at like the 2-3 turn.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
And like Mike Evans goes at like the back of the 4th.
See, I don't see
DJ Moore is in the middle of the 5th.
DJ Moore's in the 5th and AJ Brown's a 2nd round pick?
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't make any even putting him in New England, that makes no sense to me.
I think that it's just people think that DJ Moore's bad.
What is AJ Brown at this point of his career, respectfully?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what version of AJ Brown do people think they're getting now? Like, did we watch the same AJ Brown last year? I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. AJ Brown looked, by the eye test, very much like a worse player than he had ever looked.
I also do think that by the time we get to August, you'll have thought about it more and
definitely.
There's no trading down. There's no trading down in redraft, so you do have to end up having a guy that you like more than the others.
Change the strategy I have going into the draft, but
no wide receivers until round 8 because
none.
They're all the same.
All right, we got 2 team playbooks here today. Again, if you guys want to get into the queue, you absolutely can. We're gonna have, looks like, some extra time today, but also I am more than happy to do the 2 and log off and get started on this redraft video as well. But we've got Joe here. Let me know if you're in the chat, Joe. Team name is Amon-Ra Doggin, which is incredible. Well done. This is a Superflex Start 9 12-teamer. So a smaller format for a Superflex league, only 2 flex spots. And on the site, he's ranked 2nd at quarterback, 2nd at wide receiver, 2nd at running back, 5th at wide receiver, and 4th at tight end. He says, "Hi, Zach. Just looking for some insight on what I should do with this team. I have a few cornerstones, but I'm lacking depth. Any suggestions?" So we do have the 204 and the 208 this year, which, not exactly going to be transformational picks for you, to be honest, my friend, but we can have a look at what we might do if we were you. But this is a pretty top-heavy team for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. I can read out this lineup if you'd like. Yeah, so we've got Drake May and Justin Herbert starting at quarterback, Jahmyr Gibbs, Blake Corum right now. 2 wide receivers, Jamar Chase, Brian Thomas. We've got Tyler Warren as our tight end. And then we'll be starting Alec Pierce, Jacoby Myers in our flex spots. We do have 2 firsts next year.
Yep.
Yeah, Zach, in a small lineup like this, right, studs are going to matter a ton.
Yeah.
I'm like, so we have our first and another one next year. I'm kind of happy, though, with the studs we have.
Yeah.
To maneuver those picks to try and add some depth to the starting lineup and try and win this thing.
I kind of agree with you. That's where I would be going. If you need to drop anybody, let's start with Khalil Mullings. You can punt him into the sun. That sounds mean.
Poor guy.
You can move on if you want to. If you had to make another cut, I don't really want to cut anybody else, honestly.
No, eh?
I mean...
Yeah, I feel that.
I definitely need to put Tesla higher in my Dynasty rankings. Tesla's weird because He's very clearly talented, but it's like, when does Tesla ever get an opportunity, you know?
Yeah, dude. Like, he's good for like best ball because he's gonna get on the field, I think. But are you ever gonna know when to start him?
I don't
like I don't
know.
you know.
Is there
I
anyone?
think one of them
The
on
thing is,
are gonna have to lead.
your waivers are definitely worth exploring.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna say Kalel Mullings, and I wouldn't drop Tesla, but would you drop? Would you drop Booty or Tesla?
I
You
would
gotta
drop
one.
both for Chig and Jack Besh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to drop Tesla, but if you're giving me the choice between him and Jack Besh, it's Jack Besh every day of the week.
Yeah, that's exactly where
That's
I
the
stand
tough part.
as well.
Also, there is a chance, Zach, that this is a league with the rookies or the free agent waivers in the rookie.
Yeah, yeah, it could be combined maybe. That's a possibility.
So.
Okay, so yeah, I think this is definitely a contender to me. We should definitely go out there and try and win a championship right now. Lineup's really top heavy, but it's a good one. I'm kind of feeling like a B+ grade here. Good team. Maybe you're getting in the A range if you had that, you know, better wide receiver 2, 3, running back 2, 3. That's probably where you get a little higher in the rankings for me. But a really good team. You know, just quickly on your rookie draft picks, I don't have a strong opinion on this range. This is a huge range of players. I mean, you could go Antonio Williams, who I really, really like here. You could go a Chris Bell, which people love. The reality is there's probably 15 names you could say here. You know, Singleton. I doubt Coleman
Stribling
is available. Stribling, yeah.
Yeah, if one of those guys can fall to you, the Coleman, Denzel. I think Denzel Boston went 202 in the draft you just did, so
Yeah.
it's not impossible.
But it really is like, get your guy. You know, that's ultimately
definitely.
across the board. Now, if you were to trade these picks, I say you would use them in packages, right? If you can just kind of tack them onto a different deal. Maybe if we explore trading his one of those firsts, you know, you could use them in packages to maybe solidify RB2 a little bit more. But I'm going to go ahead and send this war room into the Discord where you can go and find it and download it. In the Discord under the, what is it? The war room tab, under the land community war room tab. You'll be able to find it there and download it if you'd like to, my friend. But I think we should go to the chalkboard because RB2 is what I would like to focus on the most. Do you agree?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like this, I'm curious to see where that other first is projected.
The other first is from the worst team in the league.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're ranked last. They're called Pipsqueaks.
Wow.
So we keep that first. We use our own.
I mean, the fact that we're adding Jeremiah Smith next year.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, well, think about it like this, Zach. Look, you and I think both of us, I'm not going to say that other content creators don't want to win leagues. Okay, I would never say that.
Oh,
but
okay. Where's this going?
I do think like that you and I specifically will preach that winning is the most important thing, more important than maybe a lot of people make it out to be.
I like making money, and I like getting etched into history, for sure.
We're not trying to, you know, have the most value in the league because we built it up over 6 years, right?
Yeah.
Playing. So everybody in this league knows that pick is Jeremiah Smith.
Yep.
And you could get an absolute haul for that pick, I think.
Okay. Or...
And this team's ready to win. You have Jamar Chase. He's going to be 27 in a year. You have Jahmyr Gibbs in his prime. Is it not maximizing this roster to try and get like a
I don't mind it, but I actually the only reason I'm not like all in on the idea is because I don't think people are going to treat it like it's Jeremiah Smith until next offseason. Like they're going to look at it and say that's a really valuable pick. But this time next year, you could get maybe 4 first-round pick value worth back. Right now, maybe you get 2 firsts from someone, you know?
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I
You know what I
do
mean?
think though that like if there's a weak team in this league that has a stud plus a starter,
Yeah.
I do think it's something that we could entertain. Obviously, the team that owned the pick doesn't have that, but
Yeah. Well, let's first look at selling his first, and then
sure.
we'll put together a package for the other pick. But I think what I would require back is going to be too much for what anybody is going to be willing to pay. You know what I mean?
Potentially, yeah. No, I get that. I'm thinking with only selling his first. If we're just doing this for one player,
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel incredible about his starting lineup.
Which is fair. But you've got Herbert, Shuck, May. You could play around with moving a Herbert here, tearing down, and maybe going a Stroud plus, for example.
Potentially.
There are some moves that we can make here. Let's start off with the running backs that we would be willing to add in this range. Like Chase Brown comes to mind instantly. Let's see. Chase Brown. Is it going to work today? It's going to work. Awesome.
Heck yeah, dude.
Chase Brown, Breece Hall. It always spells it with an S. Breece Hall. Trying to think, in this range, you're not going to get Ken Walker. You're not going to Jonathan Taylor.
Let me help you out.
Javonte Williams.
Got the rankings
Not
pulled up.
opposed to. As kind of your RB2 there.
Jadarian Price. Do you feel inclined with Jadarian?
Not opposed to it. I just think he would be on the last on my list only because I want to win straight away. But I definitely think it's an option.
And then Bucky Kyron both a bit down.
Bucky Irving, I could do. Kyron.
You don't like Kyron? I forgot. We
It's
have
not-
Corum though.
It's
I
not
don't
that
know
I'm
if
anti Kyron. I
changes
just am like, he's not the worst option. I'm just skeptical a little bit.
And then Zach, what if we look at the Ken Walker, the James Cook, the Jonathan Taylor team,
Yeah.
and see if there's like a little tiny perceived tear down that we could give them
Okay.
along with the first for the running back swap.
Yes. So Walker, the Walker team. Well, yeah, this is a weird one.
Like Shuck for Kyler.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
So Ken Walker,
Your
Kyler
first plus Tyler Shuck for Ken Walker plus Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that. Murray might not be far enough, like you really like Murray, for example, so it might be hard
I mean,
in that format.
yeah, it depends on how they feel about Murray, but maybe he wants to get a perceived younger quarterback with Shuck. Who knows?
That's true. Jonathan Taylor, they've got Bryce Young. Ooh.
Herbert to Lawrence.
I don't think there's a gap there.
Honestly, Zach, in the startups that I've seen, like on here, Herbert's is like an end of the second round pick, and Trevor Lawrence is like middle of the third. So there might be a Herbert lover that would do that.
Yeah.
Maybe what if we throw him the 204 as well?
Okay, we can try that. So plus Justin Herbert, you said?
Yeah.
And we're getting back Jonathan Taylor plus Trevor Lawrence. But we're also sending
And we can send the 204.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. And then it was James Cook.
James Cook.
Goff would be awesome. Would you do like a Drake May to Jalen Hurts? If it was even more drastic.
I would need a little more.
Yeah. So Jalen Hurts
Okay, wait.
plus James Cook.
They also have Javonte.
Yeah. That
so
works.
Hurts, Cook,
Javonte Williams.
First? Or is that crazy?
And we
Is that
send
too
his
much?
first?
Is that... Because I'm thinking May, Hurts, and Cook seems close. You probably take the Hurts-Cook side, so then you're first for Javonte.
Yeah, maybe you ask for David Montgomery or something on top. taking their entire
Even
running
like
back
even
room.
like a Josh Downs or something. Like I don't know how you feel about him, but just as a potential depth wide
Completely
receiver.
indifferent. But what if we could do a Pierce to Lad McConkey?
Yeah. I doubt they go for that, honestly. Like that's like all their good players, but I don't. I would do it.
If they want to like completely reset, maybe.
He's
But
Russian.
you're right.
He's Russian now.
Vlad.
Vlad
We
McConkey,
could
that's
also
awesome.
add however many seconds onto that if it got it done. If they're not gonna do Lad, which is fair, then I think you need Sutton at least instead of
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Downs. I'm not anti-Downs. I don't know. Maybe I'm not valuing.
But we're
him
not
enough,
sending
but-
Alec Pierce there, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. The other option is to explore a Shuck or Herbert move.
Yeah. So we could go from Herbert.
Let's see who needs a quarterback. Maybe.
I feel like Dak makes a ton of sense here, but yeah, let's look to see who needs one.
Well, I'm thinking in this format, if we do this, we need to go really low, like Bryce Young low, like Taylor Bryce Young.
Really, I just worry that I'm then relying on Tyler Shuck or Bryce Young, one of them to be really good, and that scares me.
Yeah, but you're not gonna go from Justin Herbert to Dak and get something big.
But there's also, if it's not Dak, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, both of those guys, I think.
I don't
could
think
add a
those guys
starter
are in a
with.
range where you're getting something reasonable back, personally. But would you do Herbert for Love, Etienne, or whatever we're saying now?
I mean, that's like is that not like a 4-round startup drop?
Who?
From Herbert to all these quarterbacks?
I don't
Like, it
think
feels
people
like
value
I mean,
it that
the
way.
startup
Like,
the startup we did yesterday.
I don't
they're all going in,
view-
like the 6th or 7th.
if I have Baker Mayfield and someone's offering me Herbert, I'm not like, oh, I'm very desperate to make that work. Let me give you a really valuable player. I can understand the startup value side of
Sure.
it, but
Yeah.
I guess I don't perceive it that way, but I could be looking at it wrong.
Like, I'd be asking for Love Brees here.
Love Brees. Okay, look, we can try it. Jordan Love plus
I don't know why
Brees Hall.
this team. I don't know why this team does that because they have one running back, but
Yeah, I worry we're not giving up enough to make a deal work, though. But Stroud might be perfect. The issue is the guy has no running backs at all.
he does not need quarterback at all either.
No, so Dak Jacobs, you think that's possible?
I do think I really think that's possible.
Dak Prescott plus Josh Jacobs. Man, I would do that in a heartbeat if I had Herbert, but we want to give him every option, so why not? I don't think CMC is possible, but I would do the same deal with CMC. Assume you would as well.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think Goff Kyron is possible, but I guess if there's this... Look, Jared Goff plus Javonte Williams is like a no-brainer, but...
Yeah, I agree. And I genuinely don't think it's crazy.
Okay.
Maybe you have to throw something back. And I think that it's worth noting here, Zach, that you and I would throw his seconds onto any of these deals.
Yes, absolutely. But those are your main options there, my friend. That is a lot more than I thought we would squeeze from the lemon. So I hope that's helpful. Appreciate you big time.
And congrats on Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, definitely you should be contending. You should be putting your eggs in this year's basket. Responsibly, though, right? Drink responsibly. Dos Equis. All right. Soaring Eagle 221 is the next team here. And this is a Superflex start 9, but it's a 10-teamer. So same format we just looked at, but 2 less teams. So depth is going to be even less valuable here.
Yes, exactly.
His team name is the 6th seed. But he is ranked 4th.
Normally, Zach, I like the teams we review to have higher aspirations.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, let's speak highly of ourselves since,
Come on, like try and get a bye or something. Like we're not even. Not even attempting. This is a decent lineup, though. I'll read it out here. We're starting Drake
just quickly,
May.
sorry, I'm gonna read his context to start.
Oh yeah, go for it.
He says, this is a 10-man league I've been rebuilding for a couple years now. Recently trained the 105 and Ricky Pierce offers Zay Flowers and Brian Thomas. Like that.
Phenomenal.
This is lost in the first round after making playoffs first time in years. Looking to take the next step. Have tried moving Kraft. Not much interest. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so we've got Drake May, Jackson Dart, which is great. We're starting Ashton Genty, Travion Henderson, Mika Egbuka, Brian Thomas, Tyler Warren at tight end, and we are flexing Cam Scattaboo and Zay Flowers. We have the 206 and 207 this year. Not great. We have our own pick in 2027, which is wonderful. Tucker Kraft, like he mentioned, backup tight end there. I think it said no tight end premium at the top, right? I believe is what that said at the time. Yeah, that's where it gets tough. Like, people just don't care about tight ends in a non-tight end premium.
Yeah, they got to be,
I find,
real big impact guys.
Exactly. It's like your elite guys, and then everybody else is kind of the same. But I feel like there's some buzz around Tucker Kraft. There's some hype. People like him.
I like him a lot for sure. I wouldn't mind seeing Warren off if it meant that Kraft's your guy and Chig's your two.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I love Chig,
like you mentioned, May, Dart, Genty, Hendo, Book, Thomas, Warren, Flowers, Scat. You've got Higgins on your bench, Kraft, whatever. Not a bad team at all. I probably lean. This feels very much like another B+ to me.
Okay.
B+. Maybe I'll go B because the wide receiver room isn't as strong. Although I like all the names, it's not as strong as you would want it to be straight away.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can contend with this team, though.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. Without a doubt, you have to. There's no, because all of your assets are young.
Yeah.
Like, there's no chance you're punting this.
So.
And he made his move trading the 105 or Brian Thomas and Zay Flowers, right? Like,
awesome deal for you.
I really like that.
I really like the move.
Yeah.
Genty and May are your untouchables. Players I would hold on this team. Jack Besh obviously comes to mind. Jaden Higgins comes to mind. I'm scared on what I'm projecting for him this year. Jaden Reed's kind of sneaky. Like, no one's really talking about the extension. It was like the least talked about extension this entire offseason. And then I do think you should hold Chigakonkwo as well. We've got a video coming out about him soon, so I won't say any more. Players that you can drop. Ooh. Oh my gosh, you have so many droppable names. Keandre Lambert-Smith to start. If you need to clear space, Roman Wilson. You can drop. Rashad Bateman. A lot of people are saying that I'm stupid for saying this in content. I don't know what we're holding for anymore with Rashad Bateman. Like, honestly, I know he had 10 points per game last year. I don't get it.
Especially after the Jacoby Lane, Elijah Surratt picks.
Yeah. But you could drop so many more players here, like Darnell Washington, Ben Sinnott, Jatavion Sanders, if you needed to, Howard and Leonard. So there's a lot of droppable names. I am shocked, genuinely, that Tank Bigsby is on the waiver wire, given how deep these rosters are. He's got to be added.
Please pick him up.
And, I mean, look, I don't really have much expectations for Kent Allen, but I'd rather roster him over those names that we just talked about. So, okay.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
He doesn't have much to talk about from like a war room perspective, but I still want to kind of give him a little, this is kind of same. We just had a team review. We basically said the same exact thing. These picks are very much like, go get your guy. There's not a consensus here very much. If there was, it would be names like Antonio Williams for me. We said Chris Bell earlier. Singleton is in this range.
Patron Allen, I don't know how you feel about that.
In this range.
There's a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of guys.
It's huge. Stribling, right? But you could also, you're a team that I would definitely say use these picks in packages to to trade up, or I should say tier up or something, or even just to get vets, whatever. Right? We'll come up with some ideas for you here in the chalkboard, but I'm going to go ahead and send this war room over to the Discord. If you go to the Discord, under the land community tab, there will be a war room waiting for you, ready to download. But why don't we go ahead and jump into the chalkboard here. Again, he had the, what was it, the 206, 207? Right?
Yes, that's correct. 206, 207.
I don't mind using Tyler Warren in a trade instead of Kraft if there's no interest in Kraft.
If he's more attractive, yeah, I completely agree with that, because I think Chig can do something for you as well.
And I'm not saying you have to trade Drake May away, but I would explore it. Like if I could move Drake May and end up with a Burrow and then upgrade from, you're going to hate this, Brian Thomas. I guess not. We don't even have to do Brian Thomas, but like the idea of giving you an actual like top 10 receiver, you know, something there that we feel a little bit better about.
That's fair. I'd rather do it with Zay Flowers, honestly.
Oh, see, I think Zay Flowers is set for a huge year.
Until they sign Stephon Diggs.
Dude, yeah, that would actually kill me.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are definitely not signing Stephon Diggs, so that's all you need to know, really.
I'm going to have some upcoming content, and Zay Flowers is going to be featured on both channels, and if you made a bet on Zay Flowers last year, I think you were right. I just don't think things worked out in your favor, and I'll talk about it in content. But
he was wide receiver 7.
Say again?
He was the wide receiver 7. How could you have been wrong?
Well, sure. If you made the playoffs, you probably won your league with Zay. He didn't help you get there.
You probably didn't make the playoffs though, because he sucked for 10 weeks in the middle of the year.
He won you your league if you made the playoffs, but he unfortunately wasn't really bringing you to the playoffs. But I think there's a reason why.
And
anyway,
for everybody out there that still has a Week 18 championship, you cooked.
You absolutely destroyed it. Okay, let's start with Tyler Warren. Like, if I can move Warren, like a Warren plus a Jaden Reed or a Johnston, you know, I don't really want to move Johnston either, but I just feel like we need to attach something onto Warren to go try and get a top receiver, you know.
Yeah.
I love Jaden Higgins.
I just don't know.
Maybe he's the sacrificial lamb there. Okay, let's just see who needs a tight end first. That's a better first start, because that will kind of help us see what they have available to them. The Rashee Rice owner. I would love a Tyler Warren to Rashee Rice move. That's kind of perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. In a premium, it's definitely happening. Non-tight end premium, I'm not as confident that you could get it done. But if you attach...
mean without a plus?
What do you mean?
Straight up?
In a tight end premium?
Even then, man. I guess if the guy is worried about Rice, I feel like after the non-suspension news, I feel like that's a long shot.
I don't think so. Their ADPs are not that far away. Well, let me look at Land League ADP. Maybe I'm misremembering here. Rice 505. That some of that accounts for like preseason stuff. Warren 404. I feel like in real drafts, they're kind of right beside each other lately.
That's wild. Okay, yeah, I mean, absolutely do that. God, I already have like 45% Rashee Rice. I feel like, do I need to get more? Is that what this is telling me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very much with you there. Like, as in Rashee Rice is. Look, if you have to send, these picks to make this work as well, I would maybe even send both of them to make it work. But try it straight up. If it doesn't work straight up, add the picks. And just see if that's kind of like in the wheelhouse. I think Rice owners are still very much open to moving him, though. Like, I don't think there's a Rice owner out there who's like, there's not a scenario in which I'm moving Rice. Like,
yeah,
there's still some concern long term in the back of their minds of like, can this guy really get the bag and stay consistent in his life, not even on the field. But Rice is perfect. I don't know how I feel about Nico Collins, considering you already have Jaden Higgins. I kind of could see a path where Higgins might end up becoming the one eventually, but so I don't love the idea of like making that move for a Nico. The Kincaid owner has Devonta. That's not enough for me. Maybe there's not a perfect fit. Ooh, George Pickens. We're gonna have to add on. I think people are much more like in on George Pickens than they are on Rashee Rice. But would you send both of those seconds for him?
Yeah, 100%, without a doubt. I absolutely would.
Okay. What else could we do if that's not enough or that doesn't work for them? Like, what's a name here that you'd be willing to send?
Wait for my stream to update. Do they like Jaden Reed?
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Is he excited about Jaden Reed?
If not Reed, I want to keep Johnston, but I would do this for Johnston too.
Yeah, I just think Q. I think Q just so undervalued.
I think so too. I really do.
This is why I'm worried. Like, I think that he could like hit your lineup some weeks.
No, for sure.
But I would
who
do
else?
it to get
Like
George
Braylon
Pickens.
Allen's not attractive.
Yeah.
Chang
I don't
isn't
hate. Look,
attractive.
I think Travion Cam as the like RB2 right now doesn't super excite me for a team that's trying to win.
Yeah, I just think between the two, you're expecting one of them to have a big year, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like I wouldn't be opposed to adding one of those guys in.
Sure.
In a Tyler Warren trade for George Pickens, and then you get a running back that's maybe valued a little lower, but that you trust a little more. I don't know if the Pickens team,
The
Swift might be too far,
rough, yeah.
but
Okay, well, that's an explored idea for Warren, and I think we look at Drake May again. I'm not saying you have to move Drake May, but there are plenty of scenarios in which I would. For example, if I can get something really small to go to Daniels, that's worth my time. Okay.
absolutely.
This is a great example here. So we get Daniels and Rice. We send back. The problem is one of us isn't going to be happy here. But,
well, would you do Tyler Warren?
yes, that's perfect. Jaden Daniels plus Rashee Rice. And we send Drake May. It didn't get either of those names right. Jane and Daniels. Okay. So Tyler Warren here, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So if he doesn't want to do
perfect.
Warren for Rice, then you can say, okay, what if I gave you May for Daniels in the deal?
Yes.
That might sway him.
And honestly, I think there's a scenario in
cooking.
which if you do this, you could ask for more back. Like you could ask to go from, if you want to compete really, like Scattaboo to Chase Brown, although I have them in the same tier. I'm just saying if you had a preference, or a Jaden Reed to a DJ Moore or something.
Okay.
Right? Like if you can push that maybe. In a premium, you'd have more power, maybe not as much power right now. Lamar Jackson. Oh my gosh. I think Lamar Jackson could break fantasy this year.
Yeah. I mean, he could absolutely have a big bounce back.
Could we get Lamar and... Oof.
Can we do Lamar and Garrett Wilson for Drake May and Tyler Warren?
Lamar Jackson plus Garrett Wilson. Excuse me. I think that could work.
And we send him Tyler Warren.
Seems like we're not getting enough back for me for some reason. Like, I probably want a Taylor Scattaboo swap in here. I don't know if that's crazy, but
I don't think it's crazy. I mean, we want to ask for as much as possible.
Excuse me, guys. Okay, that works. I don't want to go down too far though. I think the only other name is like a Burrow. I guess like Caleb Williams I'm not opposed to either. Burrow's the same as the Daniels owner. I'd rather get Daniels there. If Caleb is an option, then Caleb Kin would be great. What do you think about Drake May?
That's a blast.
We want back Caleb Williams plus Ken Walker, but I am just trying to think about what we send back because Scatterboo feels. I don't know.
Scatterboo feel like too much for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, that's a big win on our side, but I obviously like Caleb a lot more than you do. What if we did like a... What else does he have at wide receiver? Nothing really piquing my fancy there. The running backs are all the same. Okay, well, okay. What about Ken Walker? What if we didn't get Ken Walker? What if we instead, like, what if this guy likes Travion a lot more than Javonte or Bucky, right? Because I think that specifically Javonte, you and I are a lot higher than consensus.
Yep.
So we downgrade May to Caleb. We downgrade Travion to Javonte. And we upgrade Egbuka to Malik Neighbors.
Okay. I like that. So we're sending Travion Henderson and Egbuka, you said.
Yeah.
For Caleb Williams, Javonte Williams, and Malik Neighbors. Yeah, that's an interesting one. But transparently, I don't think he needs to make a move. While the receiver room is weak, I want to move Tyler Warren or Kraft if I can, but I wouldn't force it if the value isn't there. While the receiver room is weaker, all three of these guys I could see elevating their value this year. You know, so it's a pretty good team, and I appreciate you letting us look at it, and I hope that was helpful. And you'll get your playbook within the next 3 to 4 business days. Did have one come in from WLH6721. Would you want to stay for this one, or you want to call it a night? Saying no pressure either way. Okay,
I'm out here.
Cool, let's do it. Let us know. I believe this is Wyatt. Wyatt, let me know if you're in the chat, my friend. But let's go ahead and jump in. Greasy Caveman is the team name. And this is a Superflex Start 12. So this is a very big lineup. A lot of flexes or receivers to account for. This is a tricky one, I would say. Really tough
massive lineup
to build out your lineups in a league like this. He says, just took over this as an orphan, and the team is in need of an overhaul. Has some decent pieces, but need help. Currently in a rookie draft where I took Tate, 102, Price, 106. Thanks in advance for what you do.
We're mid-rookie draft here.
Mid-rookie draft, and we know he's already gotten Tate and Price, which is awesome. That's exactly what I would have done if I had those picks.
Yeah. Nice little haul.
I like it. You can read out the team.
Okay. With that said, we are starting Patrick Mahomes and Bo Nix, which is nice. We are starting Ken Walker, Quinshon Judkins, T. Higgins, and Carnell Tate after we make that pick. Juwan Johnson's the tight end currently, and then we need 5 more. Wow. Jadarian Price, J.K. Dobbins, Christian Watson, Torrey Horton, and Rachaad White.
Yeah.
I guess it gets a little gross down the end there. We still have the 204 and the 206 this year. We have our first next year and 2 seconds. This is an interesting one.
I agree. A lot of drops that you can do here. Devontae Walker, Calvin Austin, Joshua Palmer, Cam Miller. List could be even deeper than that. Is the waiver wire at all interesting? Yeah, Jalen Naylor should definitely be rostered over those names. No doubt about it. You could drop more if you need to with the rookie draft happening. You know, if you need to drop Bateman, Fant, Leonard, Winston, Singletary. I don't think you have an untouchable. I would say your untouchable is your future picks, like your 27 first, your 28 first. The way I'm probably going to lean here, I wouldn't move those picks at all. This is a fair orphan to give somebody. We saw a very unfair one yesterday, but this is a fair orphan to give somebody. Yeah, this might be. Full rebuild. I really don't like to use, but I think the way I would approach this is probably completely resetting.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think you can 1 year punt your way out of this?
I think you could, but I'm looking at the players
with
I would sell.
With how big this starting lineup is, it's going to be difficult.
I would sell T. I would sell Pat in season. I would sell Walker on a high right now. That leaves me with my rookie picks and Quinshon Judkins. You know?
Yeah. That it is. It does get rough.
That's what I'm saying. Like, logistically, if we do that and we punt, it actually is really going to be putting you into a full rebuild because
you're selling all your good assets.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, no, I get that.
So, but it's not the best team, honestly. This is kind of C- territory for me. But at least you have your picks, right? That's where things kind of give you a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. Anything we disagree on there?
No, I don't disagree at all. I think that there are some attractive assets here. Adding some 27 firsts will be good for this team.
And the thing is, in this league, people should be desperate for the T. Higgins of the world. Like this type of league
Absolutely.
Where start 12, you should be able to sell them for a first super easily. When you get into these ranges of the 204, go BPA Wyatt. You know what my BPA is. You know the interactive cheat sheet tool on the Flock site. That's where you'll kind of know my rankings. But if you have particular guys you like I like Antonio Williams there a lot. You can obviously go get your guy if you will. But also, like, you have a lot of picks this year. I really don't like how many picks you have, transparently. If you can trade for future picks, that's going to kind of help you here. You're like the Oklahoma City Thunder, but instead of first-round picks, you've got third and fourth. And it's not exactly ideal in this class. But I'm going to send that War Room into the Discord for you. And I will say, love the Tate Price start. I think it's a great start for you. So we said it earlier, but T. Higgins is a name that we would be looking to move. Patrick Mahomes, I think you move him in season. I don't think you move him right now, but would you not sell high on Ken Walker after?
I don't see with this team, there's no way we can roster him.
Yeah, right. So I think the pieces you're probably keeping is Nix, Young, Judkins, and your rookie picks.
Yeah, Mahomes, Walker, T. Higgins, Christian Watson, if you can get something for him. All those guys got to go.
Yeah, and I would say a lot of these are in-season sells rather than right now, but Walker's
such
a high, you could move him right now if you wanted.
Yeah, I think what might be good is to give him some prices that we would like to sell for, and if he can't get it done now, then wait till in season.
Exactly, like a mid-future first in a future year is what you're looking for Higgins, or you can go like
honestly,
Luther Burden.
At this point, kind of like pivot. with T. Higgins' value, I feel like it's any first. Like he's 27.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
any first would be fine. That's fair. But to be fair, in this league, he's going to have more value than your typical league, where there's a start 12 lineup.
I guess what I would say is that I wouldn't be picky. If somebody's offering me a 27 first and nobody else wants to give me one, I'm not going to not take it because it's supposed to be late.
2 future first for Ken feels fair.
It's got to be. It's got to be 2 for Ken or the equivalent value in terms of a pick and a player. Yeah, exactly.
And like a 2 and a first maybe you want even more like a Tootin first Thomas. We find a way to do that. I know that's a lot, but
that seems insane.
I know, but I'm not done
maybe-
adding to it though.
Yeah.
Right, so like we add Thomas and then we.
You know I love my Jags. You know I love my Jags.
Could we send back
Christian Watson?
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, Christian Watson.
Or Christian
that might
Watson,
be perfect.
This guy's got a lot of depth, but you need all the depth you can get.
He could absolutely consolidate on that roster. You know what I mean? Like Thomas is an afterthought for him. That could work out well for you. Yeah. But it's got to be at least 2 future firsts in value. I wouldn't do an Etienne or Etienne, whatever the hell, man. Oh my gosh, so annoying. I don't.
Disaster. I hate him now, Zach. I actually hate him.
I moved him down my rankings.
I've tanked him in my
spots.
rankings. I won't draft him. Because I don't want to say his name. Genuinely. His brother too.
Yeah, you suck. No, jokes, obviously, guys. Yeah, so that's the type of value you'd be looking for Walker.
He has an offer in his. Wait, he says he has an offer of Scattaboo and a 27-second for Bryce Young and Deshaun Watson.
What?
No way.
Where did he say
really?
that?
He in the chat.
I see Let Go saying, I fell asleep listening to Zach last night. Listen to him on my way to and from work, and now listen while I fall asleep again to repeat tomorrow. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Wait, I don't see the trade.
He just said, I have an offer, and you had it on the screen. I have an offer of Scat and a 27-second for Bryce Young and Deshaun Watson.
That's the easiest smash accept. I don't understand why you have that offer, but please accept it. So you said Bryce Young plus Deshaun Watson for Cam, Scattaboo, and a 27-second.
Yeah. If that's what he's saying. Oh my God. This is a Deshaun Watson for Cam's Gotta Boo. Cam's Gotta Boo in a 27 second.
Come on, AI.
Cam's Gotta Boo. And then he says the guy with Tootin and Thomas values Tootin almost the same as Walker, so he's delusional.
Okay, well, that's not going to work then. But you need at least 2 firsts.
Does it matter if it's a 2 QB and not a super flex league? No, it does not.
No. Bryce Young and Watson are still not difference makers in that second quarterback spot, and you are not wanting to compete anyway, right? So
yeah, take Cam.
Yeah.
That is a smash.
Deshaun Watson's not really worth anything. I mean, even if he put 30 points per game up next year, he's still worth nothing because of, honestly, he would have value if he did that, but he's not going to. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, he was the worst quarterback that we've ever seen two Achilles tears ago.
Genuinely awful. So yeah, please accept that. My gosh. Okay, so
that is a gift. That is an absolute gift.
With Mahomes, you'd like to do like a tear down, right? Like to Dart or something.
Is that a tear down?
Yeah, it might not be actually in startup drafts.
What about Mendoza? Or I guess he's being drafted right now. Yeah, Stroud? Cam Ward?
Yeah, Stroud.
If those teams, I don't think that team's doing that. Why does he need Mahomes?
Yeah, they don't have enough receivers to take on that move. Wow, where are the quarterbacks?
Where's Cam Ward?
Shuck would be awesome. Shuck Burden.
Yeah, I love that. I would do Cam Burden as well.
Yeah, I'm not as high on Cam.
Shuck, we have to remember that Tyler Shuck is not young, right?
Yeah.
We need to remember this.
But you might need to wait till in season to sell Pat because I don't see many good partners to sell him right now.
What if we try and get like Ty Simpson, like the team with like the 108, 109?
Okay.
Could that work?
Let's say Ty Simpson.
Yeah, I don't know where they're at in the draft is the problem.
Do you want to say Ty Simpson plus 2 future firsts? And then send back like Mahomes and Rashad White or Dobbins or Watson, something like that.
Yeah, I like that.
those are interchangeable. For Rashad and Dobbins, you're really just wanting like an early second.
I think Rashad.
Ideally.
I think both of them. I probably want to wait because there's
Yeah.
just so much. There's so many questions, and I don't think you're getting a second right now for either. But you could in season, and I don't really care about if they fall below a third. You know, like
I built out this tool that it shows me where I'm higher on certain players than the ADP of the site that I'd be drafting on. And on Underdog in particular, I'm higher on both Washington running backs than Underdog. And in particular, Rashad White, I was like not
he's a guy I've been drafting a lot.
How high I was on him compared to Underdog ADP. Like I think I have him like 25 spots higher than Underdog ADP. Because I could,
it's not crazy.
As much as I love JCM, I could totally just see a scenario where Rashad gets 20% and is heavily involved in the air, you know?
Absolutely.
So, anyway, yeah, those are the main ideas. I mean, you're a very experienced player, Wyatt. You do not need to force these trades. You should know that by now. You know, even if it's week 3 of the season, you're going to be able to sell Walker, Higgins, Watson in this league, Dobbins, White, Mahomes. Like, this league should be very open to a lot of deals.
He did say, Zach, we can quickly look at this. He said that Ty Simpson was drafted by Amazing Rod.
Amazing Rod. What does that mean?
I'm Rod and I'm amazing. Because we can...
He's got an amazing Rod.
He's got... Jesus.
So,
this is the Tyler Shuck Cam Ward team. So that, I mean...
Well, could you do something like the Mahomes deal where you get Tyler Shuck Bird and we add Ty Simpson onto it and we send back Christian Watson, the sacrificial lamb, Christian Watson.
He literally is. He is the sacrificial asset.
Where do we... Yeah, so we went like Rashad White and 2 future firsts. Well, either one of those I like. Ty Simpson would be a great get for you. But yeah, let us know if you have any other questions, man. That's a pretty generalized outlook. And while it's an orphan, I will say there are far worse orphans out there that you could have taken over.
Oh, yeah.
So this is not a bad start at all. But let us know if you got any final questions here, my friend. And but we appreciate y'all hanging out big time. There are no more trade windows, so let me get rid of that. We've got I'm streaming tomorrow. Sammy, you're welcome to join, obviously, if you'd like to.
I will see. I'm not 100% sure. Wednesdays are a little weird for me.
Yeah, totally fine. Totally okay either way. Sammy is streaming every Saturday night on the Sammy Stacks Fantasy channel. So obviously, if you guys haven't subscribed to him yet, definitely go do so. One thing I will mention is the Shorts channel will get its first short next week, which is exciting. And the Fantasyland Football channel will get its first video next week as well. So if you haven't subscribed to those two, definitely go sub to them if you don't mind.
It's almost redraft time, baby.
Oh, I'm actually so excited. Like,
yeah, me too.
The momentum of redraft season, specifically like August. August is my favorite month of the year.
Oh, it's the best, dude. It's the absolute best. It's the absolute best.
But
it's like I dropped my Dynasty wide receiver video today, updated.
Looks like it did well.
I just can't wait. It's doing really well
That's
for an
awesome.
hour-long video.
Yeah.
1 of 10, no big deal.
Hell yeah.
But I just can't wait for freaking redraft rankings, man.
Same.
I can't freaking wait.
Yeah, I agree. Let's answer one last question and call it a day. Curry Kid, or maybe it's Curly Kid. Sorry.
It's Curly.
How far up would you move Price in rookie drafts with a 0.25 point per carry? So let's think about that logically. Like on a per game average, if someone got 15 carries, right, they're getting 3-4 points.
Yeah, about that.
That's actually pretty significant.
It's not nothing.
That's pretty significant, honestly.
I mean, I'd probably take him.
Think about that from last year's perspective, right? Where, like, what would Ken Walker in a disappointing year for a lot of people, understandably so? Ken Walker had 11.3 points per game, but he had 221 carries. So
221, so that would be an extra 55 points.
So he would have actually averaged 14.5. That's a way better
game,
number.
yeah. You know what?
I think Price is eligible at
103?
the 103, 102 even. I don't think it's crazy.
For me, it would depend on like how the league reacts to this. If this is a league where they see the scoring difference and they really like value running backs because of it, then yeah, I'll push Price up.
Just to do another little
to like
experiment here. Like, let's look at Javonte Williams, because I was thinking, like, what's the value of a top 12 running back in this format? If Jadarian could reach top 12 in a year.
How many carries Javonte have?
He had 252. So,
okay, so that's
63 additional points on his 242.8. That would give Javonte Williams 19 points per game rather than his 15 and a half or whatever it was, 15.2.
Yeah.
That's like pretty significant. I mean, that's the difference between, I mean, in this league, why would you not have running backs across all of your flexes?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's him. I think you can consider him next to Tate. That's what I would. I would at that point, him or Tate. I would look at it as a roster building. What do I need? I think.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Last thing before we head off for the day, guys. Appreciate you big time being here. We do have a brand new league available for you to enter at landleagues.com, the Orion League. So hit me up if you're interested, and I'll let you know. I'll answer any questions that you may have. Deuces. Thanks for a great stream. I'll see you tomorrow. Sammy may or may not be there, but either way, we love yous. We'll see you very soon.
Shout out. See you guys.
Shout out who? Okay. Okay.